What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and today, welcome to the new NCAA 14 series here on the channel. First off, repping the Eagles Super Bowl. You know, I got that gear. You know I got that gear, son. We're repping the Eagles because it's a good day. Today, we're doing a series that I've wanted to do ever since NCAA was a thing. Like when the game first came out way back in 2014. Ended up doing a Miami Hurricanes franchise. It's actually one of the better series I've ever done, but it was like way before anyone knew about me. And this was kind of the alternative. I want to do an NCAA series because there's only so much Madden 18 you can play right now. It's just a bad game. It's not aging well, and it almost feels like a chore to play. That's why we ended the Black Knights Relocation Franchise Series World. And what I decided to do was to finally do an NCAA 14 series. Returning to it last year between Madden 17 and Madden 18, we did the North Dakota State Bison. Shout out to Carson Wentz. And when we ended that abruptly, every stream is like, when's the next NCAA series? When's the next NCAA series? And I've been hyping this one up for quite some time because I've done all like I made the own team in the team builder myself. So what we're doing here today is we are moving a team from Canada, the Canadian Football University League. It's called the CIS. And we're taking the most dominant team, the team that out of the last 25 years, they've won it like 10 times. And I think that if this ever was to happen, like if they ever did like an all-star game or a mesh over between NCAA teams and Canadian football teams, the Calgary Dinos, which has a fire logo, let's be honest. You know, up here in Canada, like the Raptor stuff, we like our dinosaurs. They do exist. They're, whoever that dude is on the Dolphins doesn't believe in them. We're doing, yeah, the Dinos. The Dinos are coming. And I have made this own little world. I've spent 10-15 hours. Let's just start it up here. I spent about 10-15 hours making all the rosters updated, pretty much. We're going to be starting in the 2017 season. So, like, Lamar Jackson and Sam Darnold, all those guys are going to be there. But also, we made the transfers. So, like, Shea Patterson. Like, for all these guys that care about the world that we're playing in, Shea Patterson, all those guys have made their transfers. Same with, like, Eason going to Washington. Also, what we did is I decided we might as well add in some new teams. I don't want to be the only new dog. We're acting like the NCAA world's opening up to some expansion, and they're taking the most dominant Canadian football team. So what better way than to take the most dominant team from the FBS Carson Wentz's team, North Dakota State. So we put them in the Mountain West. I feel like, you know, I think the teams we got rid of Idaho because they're actually not in NCAA anymore. We got rid of Louisiana Monroe, and I feel like we got rid of someone else because, as you saw at the very front there, but App State came in. They went like 9-4. They got a bowl game last year, so we added them to the Sun Belt, which is actually where they are. But what we are going to do here, like I said, is take over with the Calgary Dinos. Let's get to it. Like I said, there's a little bit of lag here. What people don't realize is I actually have all my gameplay and stuff on like my big TV over here, so I'm kind of looking at like my recording software as I do the kind of face cam here for today. So what we're doing with the Calgary Dinos is we have the head coach. We're going to obviously start out as head coach. I'm the head coach. We're the big dog. And we got the hefty lefty himself, Jared Lorenzen. He's like the 600-pound quarterback that played for Kentucky. I think he played for the Giants a little bit. Why not? If the Dinos are making this big of a move, why not take an absolute Hail Mary and Jared Lorenzen? Originally, I thought about maybe looking a more realistic route and maybe looking at Les Miles, current top free agent coaches, or maybe, you know, Mora from UCLA, or looking at some OCs like Graham Harrell, one of the greatest passers in college football history. He's like an offensive coordinator somewhere. I thought about maybe looking at some last chance U type players. But I think ultimately, going with a fresh head coach here in Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty, we're going to have a very much prolific offense, and I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to sign this contract on the dotted line, and there you go. We're going to worry about the skill and coach tree and stuff like that in just one bit. Let's introduce you to the Calgary Dinos. Now, for the roster, we're still accepting transfers. Now, like the other relocation franchise, to get involved with this, it's just as easy as supporting me on the Patreon. Every tier gets included, from the $2 all the way up to some of you big dollars that spend the 50s. But, you know, I'm saying right now, as of this video coming out, you know, transfers. We're still looking for transfers out there. And with the transfers you get based on your Patreon tier, a prospect for us to scout. But looking at the transfers already rolling in, we got some of the top Canadians that are currently in college football. Once they found out Calgary had a team, they handed in their transfer request and moved over. There's still to be honest, I went with most of the, there's a couple Canadians, there's probably about 5 or 6 in this save, like based off of like the top community rosters that were 80 plus, and I was like, you know, we're not going to get those ones. Those guys there probably wouldn't be budged. But guys that are death rolls, yeah. So we got to get here is Nathan Rourke. He was a quarterback from Ohio. He was the backup there, 73, which is a very nice addition to the squad. I used some players, some of the top players from the actual Canadian football University League. So we got Matt Legejo, who's like the best kicker. He's an 85. We got the punter here, who's a 77, Dominic Levesque. 77 from, like, obviously everything except the city is updated for some reason. When the team builder, you can't really modify the city, which is kind of frustrating. I don't know exactly why. At strong safety, we went with this guy. Hutchinson, he sucks. Like, this team is Cupcake. We started out with Cupcake, which is not very good. You know, that's what we want to do. We're the 1-star Calgary Dinos. We want the difficulty of trying to really build this team up. We got Jonathan Sutherland here, who was a commit to Penn State. We got Patrice Rene, who was a North Carolina commit. Welcome to the squad. At cornerback, we got Matthew Boateng, who was from Fresno State. Everyone else pretty much stays the same. We got Percy Godfrey here, who's a nice little player. Same goes with Spence Jones. Jay Dominique is a transfer from the University of Hawaii. Welcome to the squad. The linebacking core is nothing special. We got Jaffe Touton. There's another guy that's welcome to the team. Middle linebacker, we got just Jack Mathis, top player from the Canadian University League. We got Tyrell Richards, who's a transfer from Syracuse. We also, at the very bottom here, have Trevor Vully. Looking at the defensive front, here's one of our massive transfers, Neville Gallimore from Oklahoma, 80 overall. Second best player, I think, on this team. He's an absolute monster. Able to get him. He's a Canadian fella. We got Wesley Anana, transfer from Stanford as well. So we got a couple big names, a couple big dogs here on the defense. Our defense is definitely going to be better than our offense. We have Kenye Oyenka, who was the top. I think he had 12 or 13 sacks last year in the Canadian University League. We'll call it the CIS, to keep it simple. In the CIS. So he came over at left defensive end. We have Luigi Villan, who is actually a Canadian commit on Michigan. I was very surprised to see that, so we got him used. We also have this guy with the greatest name ever, Kilroy Mahler, 69s. You know what it's about. On the offensive line, we have Dante Bull, who was a Fresno State commit. Welcome to the team. At right guard, we have Gregor McKellar, who was a Rice commit, Canadian boy as well. Center offensive line is just not very good. Ugh, 60. I mean, we're high 60s, I guess. It could be worse. We have Patrick Davis, who's a Canadian currently attending Syracuse. He was able to transfer over. Tight end, we have Grant McDonald from the University of Buffalo, 68 overall. Always need a good safety net. At wide receiver, we got Tyler Ternowski, who put up insane numbers in the CIS last year, so we brought him in. He's a 71. We have Terrell Jana, who was a member of Virginia. We have Josh Palmer, who was a member of Tennessee. We have a couple other players here. We have Troy Light, who is a special addition to the team. Same goes with, not to be confused with South Park, but we have Stan Marsh here, trying to do his thing, trying to get some nice minutes. Fullback is what it is. And then the biggest transfer of all, from UCF, Corey Mack has made the transfer, 86 overall. He is going to be the face of this team here in year number 1 in the early stages, and we expect to get any sort of traction in terms of wins. It's going to come from him. We also got this guy, Chuba Hubbard, an Oklahoma State commit, Canadian boy, who jumped at the opportunity to come over and play for Calgary. So there is a decent look here at our roster. Like I said, guys, we're still taking commits. We have a spring game, which is going to give you guys, 4 or 5 more days if you want to get involved with this series, or if you're already a patron, to check the page and get your prospects in. But we are going to have a nice little spring game as a tradition amongst NCAA teams, just to kind of see what we're working with, see what our strengths are, see what our weaknesses are, so that we can kind of properly assess and address our recruiting board. So let's jump into that game now. Oh, we're picked off right away. Picked off. That's tremendous. That is... Could not start anybody. That's what happens when you do your spring game and you don't do like a nice little inter squad challenge. You take on another team that has a couple 90s. You gotta get torched. Brutal. Couldn't have started off any better. But we're Canadian, we're polite, we'll take it on the chin. Alright, here we go. We get a nice 3rd and 6. Get a decent drive going nowhere on the opposing team's side. We have no good wide receivers. Like, right bumper is our top go-to guy. Throw it quick. Oh, Janowski! Turnowski! I can't even pronounce his name. Gets the 13-yard reception, moves the chains. It's always nice to have the white slot wide receiver, I'll tell you that. Oh! Let's go! First sack, -4, Neville Gallimore. Thank you, Oklahoma. You lost as our gain. You didn't want to stay there without Baker Mayfield. Oh, that's 6'7" QB. That's only more QB to hit. Mom! Go. Let's go, McDonald. Let's go, McDonald. Let's go, McDonald. Look at that. O'Rourke. Is it Rourke or Rourke? Doesn't matter. It's going to be Rourke. Nathan Rourke right there to Grant McDonald. Gets popped, goes forward. Sets up in very nice position here. He'll curl flat, and maybe we can hit Mack out the backfield. Now, like I said, I don't have my screen right here. It's off to my side. Oh, yeah. It's off to the side, so there's a little bit of a delay. So I kind of have to compensate for the delay. And oh. I do have bricks rates. I do have Nelson Aguilar level catching, and that was the play to end the half. Fuck! What am I doing? Literally, when I watch my screen, I'm blocking literally, what I see is what you guys see right now. I can't see the play clock. I'm putting myself in a distinct handicap trying to do this goddamn face cam shit. Oh! Fumble! Get the damn ball, let's go! Go with the goddamn no huddle. I lived and died the Chip Kelly offense. I'm the master of the Chip Kelly rebuilds. You want to hit me with that fast, gimmicky Oregon, now UCLA type schemes? I'm gonna eat that shit up left, right, and center. Gallimore again with his second sack of the game. Gets the forced fumble. And we put the Calgary Dinos in great starting field position. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. First touchdown for the Dinos. You better believe it's going to 69. The Mack truck himself. Get that diesel all fueled up. Gas tank on F. For fucking that. Let's go. We're going to win our first game. 1-star. Winning a first game with a 1-star school. What you know about that? Oh. 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 Can we get a replay of that stiff arm, please? ESPN, thanks. Does ESPN still exist? I don't know. I don't have it in Canada. Oh. Oh my god. He ripped his face off. I goddamn McGrubered his throat. Ripped his throat. Alright, we got a 3rd and goal. Seal this game. A field goal keeps Buffalo in it. Touchdown means we win. Again, we're going to go back to the C4 special. Come on, get to the outside. Run him over. It's going to be the Corey Mack show all day long. I think it's 130 yards, 2 TDs. It's exhibition. It's not exhibition. He takes no days off. It's just more chance for him to get that McDonald's sponsorship. He's got to say the jersey. Look, it's your colors. Give me a goddamn junior chicken. We'll be happy with it. Junior chicken for life! Oh, no. Oh, no! Come on, 27. You want that McDonald's for life? Oh, that was just a terrible angle. 74 yards. That's literally, they've had 10 passing yards until that. But that's what happens. I mean, when you got a cupcake team, you give up cupcake bullshit plays like that. It's not over. It's pretty much over. But it's not technically over yet. Celebrate it. Celebrate it, baby! Exhibition or not, Corey Mack comes through. 156 yards, 2 TDs on the day. Looking at the defense, we got 4 tackles here from Omar McAfee. We got 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks from Neville Gallimore. And did he ever force fumble as well? You might as well just go ahead. Yeah, he did have the force fumble. I actually probably would give Gallimore the game ball over Corey. I mean, it's 1A, 1B. We're really getting down to the nitty-gritty, but there you go. The first victory for the Dinos. It's exhibition, but we're getting the regular season off on the right foot. So, this here is the preview, the introduction episode, everything in between. Next episode, we're going to have our draft board set up with real prospects. So, we're going to have Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and everyone in between that are real big, real-life prospects, plus mixed in with the Patreon support. So, again, guys, if you want to get involved in the series, make sure you hit up the Patreon page. If not, just kick back, sit back, and relax. I am very, very excited to bring you this Dino series because it's something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. It's something that I'm passionate about because looking back to Madden 17, when I made the Toronto Huskies, that's one of the most popular series I've ever done, and I enjoyed doing it because as a Canadian who starved from football in my home country, it gave me a sense of I really want to do this. So the same feelings is here with the Dinos, so I can't wait, and this is definitely going to be the big-time series that's going to lead us to Madden 19. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know in the comment section below. It's your first time stopping by. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.